More elevator, there we go. That's all I needed. It's just some throttle and elevator. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Just having some fun at the lake with our float planes. This is so awesome, you guys. I'm so glad we're able to get out here and share this with you. So awesome.
You done a roll yet?
Yeah, quite a few.
Oh, okay.
You want to do another?
Sure. Will this one snap?
Well, it didn't snap very well without floats, so I doubt it'll snap very well with floats.
Okay.
Welcome back to Float Week, where we have devoted an entire week of RC fun to planes with floats, and we're having a great time. This is the highly talked about Super Easy. We've flown it a bunch on the channel and have had a really good time with it, but this will be the first time flying it with floats. Now, one thing that I've overlooked, and I don't know why I've overlooked so much in my previous videos, is this amazing latchkey system to take the wing on and off. A few of you have pointed that out in the comments, and it's definitely worth pointing out. You just turn both of these 90 degrees, those keys pull out, and the main wing comes off. That's great for storage and transportation. Also, what's really exciting is these floats come with this plane. It's already at a pretty good price, around $250 as a bind and fly or plug and play kind of setup, is what I meant to say, but it comes with these floats. And something that I've never had before on any plane is a set of floats with its own servo dedicated and devoted to that rudder back there. So like the Twin Otter has a steerable wheel servo up front with a push rod that goes back to the little rudder that goes in the water. This one has a servo built into the float itself, servo wire going up the leg of the plane, up into the belly, and then we have its actual dedicated servo. I'm hoping that that gives us a little bit more performance in the water. I don't know, we're gonna find out today. In my opinion, these floats look a little overkill for this plane. I've got another plane coming to the channel, hopefully soon, with floats, and it'll be kind of an interesting discussion point for that. But for now, we're gonna try to maiden the FMS Super Easy with floats. It'll be linked in the description box below if you love this thing. Let's fly. I love when both rudders move in unison. It's always good to make sure the plane's going to float, and it seems to be floating. Also, I want to taxi it around and see how that does. While we're taxiing, one thing I didn't mention in any of the other videos, this comes with a flight stabilization, although mine actually didn't. I know it's crazy. I think it was a fluke. It says it on the box that it's supposed to be included, but mine didn't have it, so that's why I didn't talk about it. Some people were wondering. This is steering better than expected on the water. My Twin Otter actually, I think, takes wider turns than this. So good floats, nice and stable. I don't have any stabilization in this or anything, so let's just go ahead and take off and have some fun. Hopefully I don't roll over or anything like that, because I'm not taking off with any safe or stabilization of any kind. Here we go. A little nervous, but I'm excited. Throttle up, elevator, got a little drag on the left side. Okay, so I'm just a little chicken, I think is the best way to, I saw that drag on the left side of the pontoon. I just need to commit. So here we go, one more time. More elevator, there we go. That's all I needed. It's just some throttle and elevator. It's one thing to come to the lake when you have your planes and a kayak. Today, we have no kayak, so I'm really trying to be careful and not flip this over, even though there's a nice boater there that would probably get it for me. The FMS Super Easy is amazing with floats. I didn't have to retrim or anything. I just took my landing gear off, attached the floats, and it is flying really well.
I think you should have taken the tail wheel off.
You think?
Just my personal opinion. It looks kind of silly.
No, actually a lot of full-scale planes leave the tail wheel on with their floats.
Why?
Because full-scale planes with floats a lot of times have wheels on the bottom of the floats.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
Did not know that.
I've seen a guy, it's like a dream. If I ever go full-scale, I saw this guy at like a really big lake with a full-scale plane. He pulled his plane with pontoons right up off the lake. Just off into a concrete dock driveway right up to his house, and had like a big, it was amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, I see some crazy cool full-scale stuff on YouTube. Well, it's flying really well. Very, very well. I don't feel like I'm fighting it in any way. So let's see if we can go for a roll. You ready?
Our boater friend keeps getting closer and closer.
That's all right. He's okay.
I think he wants to see the action.
Yeah. No, he was super friendly at the dock before he went in. So the rolls are nice. It's not really hurting the roll rate too bad to have those pontoons on there. Let's go for a loop. I had a little bit of roll, as expected, with my loop, because when this climbs, it likes to pull one way, just a little bit. So let's try one more time this way. If I just counter it, it cleans it up pretty well. Yeah, this is extremely capable. Now, another cool thing, guys, is my twin otter is a 3S plane, and this is a 3S plane. So far, our pontoon boats are all in the 3S category. Nice.
Same connector?
It's an same connector. Well, yes.
XT90.
I have an EC3 plug on here. This one has an XT90 plug, and the Twin Otter has it's an IC3 battery because it's a smart battery. But the Twin Otter, the old original one, has an EC3. So you can jam an IC3 battery in an XT60 plug. It works. Let's see if we can do rudder over here. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Just having some fun at the lake with our float planes. This is so awesome, you guys. I'm so glad we're able to get out here and share this with you. So awesome.
You done a roll yet?
Yeah, quite a few.
Oh, okay.
You want to do another?
Sure. Will this one snap?
Well, it didn't snap very well without floats, so I doubt it'll snap very well with floats.
Okay.
And I'm a little bit afraid to fly it upside down, but you think I should? It was flying upside down really well without
gain
floats,
some
so
altitude.
Yeah. Roll it and see how it does. Okay, all right. Very little elevator needed. Very little elevator. Let's see what we can do here. Abby wants me to eventually touch that tail down.
I do.
In the water.
One day you're gonna do it.
The kayak, I'll challenge myself to do that.
I'm excited.
Fly inverted and touch the tail on the water, the vertical stabilizer. All right, well, this is awesome, Abby, but I think I'm going to try to bring it in for a smooth landing. Let's see if we can make it look any better than what we did with the Twin Otter. He's good. He's fine. He's very chill. Oh, that's like a swan right there.
That was
I'm not even
good.
Gonna
Wow.
again. That was perfect. That's absolute perfection. And we're just easy to taxi this on the water. It's nice, and that steerable rudder makes a big difference. Having that power in the water to steer it, we can go left and right. Just got to keep a little bit of forward movement, bring it right into the dock. That was an amazing, amazing maiden on the water.
Very good.
In case anyone is questioning Mr. Boatman, perspective and permission. Perspective and permission. That's really goes a long way. It did look like a couple times he might be kind of under us, but if I was over in that direction, I was generally behind him, and then I would come in this way. So he's a little close, but also loves the hobby too. So fly safely, right? Fly safely. Always have the Academy of Model Aeronautics. You never know when you're going to take off and fly and have a good time, and some outside person that maybe is unaware of the hobby and keep a little bit of distance kind of thing just comes right in under your flying space. If that happens, there's not a lot that you can do. There's no butting heads or any issues here, but God forbid any incident would happen. I'm really glad we've got the Academy of Model Aeronautics. It'll be linked in the description box below. It is just a really nice safety net to have when you're out flying. And what a great plane to fly off the water. I hate to say this, because I love my Twin Otter and I love the twin props and the tri-blade props, but I kind of think this performed on and off the water with the floats a little bit better. Now, I think the Twin Otter definitely looks better. It's got lights, it's got 2 motors, but the performance of this was surprising. I was on the fence about, do I keep this plane or not? Because I've already flown it a handful of times without the floats. But now that I've got the floats on there, I like this a lot more. I prefer flying this.
Floats take up more space.
They do, they really do. But I think I prefer flying this off the water more than I do off the land, which is interesting. I didn't think I would. So if you are in love with this, we'll have them linked in the description box below. We'll have the plane linked down there. Same battery I'm flying on, the radio and everything. It's been a beautiful week. It's been just an absolutely beautiful week. This lake is just glass, and it has been for the entire float week. And for that, I thank God. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because without you guys, we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it. So a massive thanks goes out to you for providing free content for the entire world to enjoy. I'm having a blast with Float Week. This is actually more fun than I thought it would be. I knew it'd be fun, but to do an entire week devoted to float planes is exciting. Taking all the landing gear off and putting a bunch of floats on one night was a little bit hard. We've still got another one coming to the channel, but I'm very excited and I'm very glad that we've been doing this. If you missed the Twin Otter, or you know what, better yet, the Sport Cub S2, there's actually a lot of fun. Anybody can get into planes with floats with that little Sport Cub S2. So if you're watching this and you're thinking that really does look like fun, because it is, and you want to get into this, you really should check out that first little ready to fly Sport Cub S2 video. We'll have that popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.